The Last Letter, a World War II story. The summer of 1941 was deceptively quiet. In a small European town far from the front lines, life still followed its old rhythm. Children played in the streets, church bells rang on Sundays, and people believed, or wanted to believe, that the war would never reach them. But the radio told a different story. Early one morning, the train station was filled with young men standing in stiff lines, their faces tense and pale. Among them was Daniel, only 20 years old, carrying a small bag and a future he could no longer recognize. At the edge of the platform stood his mother, Anna, pressing her hands together as if prayer alone could protect her son. Beside her was Emily, Daniel's childhood love. She said nothing. Words had abandoned her. Daniel stepped closer and handed Emily a folded piece of paper. "If I don't come back," he said quietly, "read this." Emily shook her head. "You will come back," she whispered. "You have to." The train whistle screamed. Metal wheels groaned. As the train moved forward, Daniel felt his old life fall apart behind him. The front was nothing like the posters promised. Mud swallowed boots. Winter froze fingers. Hunger hollowed men's eyes. Explosions came without warning, tearing the sky open again and again. During one attack, Daniel lost 3 friends in less than a minute. Their names were shouted once and never again. Weeks later, shrapnel tore into his leg. He woke up in a field hospital surrounded by the smell of blood and disinfectant. A nurse leaned over him. Her name tag read, Sarah. "You're lucky," she said softly while bandaging his wound. Daniel let out a dry laugh. "Lucky people don't end up here." Sarah didn't argue. She had seen too much. "Who are you fighting for?" she asked. Daniel stared at the ceiling. "Someone waiting for me back home," he said. "I'm afraid I'll forget her face." Sarah paused. "Don't," she said. "That's how you survive?" The war dragged on. Daniel changed. His shoulders hardened. His eyes grew older than his years, but every month, no matter where he was, he wrote a letter to Emily. Most of them went unanswered. Still, he wrote. In the winter of 1944, his unit was surrounded. Snow fell endlessly, covering bodies like a silent apology. Ammunition ran low. Hope ran lower. That night, Daniel reached into his coat and pulled out Emily's old photograph. Creased, faded, but still alive. Then he wrote one final letter. "If this letter ever reaches you, it means I didn't. But know this. In a world torn apart by hatred, loving you was the bravest thing I ever did. The war couldn't take that from me." At dawn, the battle began. The war ended in 1945. Cities lay in ruins. Flags waved over broken streets. Soldiers returned. Some whole, some broken, some not at all. One quiet evening, Emily stood outside her house. Older now, shaped by waiting. She had learned to live with absence. A knock came at the door. She opened it. A man stood there leaning on a cane. Thinner, scarred, but unmistakable. "Daniel?" she whispered. He nodded. For a moment, neither moved. Then Emily began to cry. Daniel pulled a folded paper from his pocket. "You never read the first letter," he said. "Maybe it's time." Emily took it with trembling hands. The war was over, but its echoes would live inside them forever, alongside something stronger. Love.